Hey guys, it's Matt Pike here, and in this video I'll be guiding you through the quirks and features of Minifreak's sequencer and arpeggiator. We'll see how fun and intuitive it is to build your own patterns, sequences and arpeggios, then expand them with modulation and performance features. Let's get into it. Before we fully dive into explanations, let's take a listen to a few great presets and their sequences. To play a sequence, we must first make sure it's active with the sequencer button, then hit play, or just play a key on the keyboard and it'll play back transpose. Minifreak comes with a 64-step polyphonic sequencer that's placed right above the keyboard. We have two methods of adding notes to a sequence: step recording mode and real-time recording mode. To activate the sequencer, press the Seek button. Let's start with step recording mode. We enter this by enabling the record button while the sequencer is not currently playing. Once active, you can start programming your notes step by step. Up to 6 keys which are pressed will be entered into the current step of the sequencer. When they are released, the sequencer moves on to the next step, ready to record. All notes are also recorded with their velocity information for added expression. As you've heard, we can adjust the tempo using its dedicated knob on the right of the synth. We can also edit swing by holding Shift and turning the same knob. You can also jump to record on a different sequencer step by simply pressing its button. While in step recording mode, we also get visual feedback via the screen of the notes currently recorded on the selected step, which can make navigating sequences much easier. We can overwrite the notes on a step simply by playing new ones. The hold rest button allows us to enter a rest if it's pressed on its own, or tie a note over the length of a step by holding the hold button, then pressing a key. Moving on to real-time recording mode. In this mode, notes will be recorded and quantized to the steps as you play them. This includes their pitch information, their length, and velocity. To help record in this way, let's also activate the metronome first by pressing Sound Edit while turning the tempo knob. Then to activate real-time recording mode, we just turn on record and hit play. What you'll find useful when working in real-time recording mode is the overdub function. Instead of overwriting notes on the active step when new notes are played, we can record on top of them. You can enable overdub by pressing Shift and the record button, and now the newly recorded notes will be added on top of the existing ones. If we want to disable a step, just press it. We also have copy, paste, and erase functions. You can see these written in blue underneath the off, up, and sequencer buttons. To use these, first stop the sequence and turn recording on to re-enter step recording mode. Then we can hold the sequencer button and a step to erase the information from that step. To copy a step, hold off and the step button, then paste by holding up and the step you wish to paste onto. You can also copy multiple steps at once. So far, we've only been using the first 16 steps of the sequencer. However, Minifreak Sequencer can be up to 64 steps in length. To edit the length of your sequence, use the last step button. As you press it, the current length will be displayed as a blue light on the last step of the sequence or on the pattern page. You can change the length by pressing any sequencer step while holding the last step key. The length can be anything from 1 to 64 steps. If you'd like your sequence to be a division of 16 steps, simply press last note and one of the pattern page buttons. A great shortcut for this is you can extend the length of the sequence just by holding Shift and pressing the page button. This will also duplicate the content of the sequence to the new pages, so it's easier to create variations of a pattern. Minifreak Sequencer also offers us 4 modulation lanes to allow us to add movement and modulation to a pattern. To enter it, press Mods. Again, we have both real-time and step recording modes for the modulations. In real-time recording mode, just enable the Mods feature and play in your modulation on the parameter you want to record. Recording will turn off automatically when you reach the end of the sequence. In step recording mode, while the sequencer is not running, press Mods, then simply press the step you wish to add modulation to and adjust the parameter you want to assign. As a sequence is playing, we can also use the gate spice mode for the touch strips. The left touch strip is a performance control to allow you to control the length of all the notes in the sequence. It can also be used to edit the gate length of a step in step recording mode by holding the step and then moving the touch strip. The second touch strip controls spice. This controls the amount of variation caused by the dice feature. Pressing Shift and the gate spice button rolls the dice, randomizing the gate length, velocity, octave, envelope decay, and envelope release per step. The result is that it generates a new random sequence whenever activated. You can gradually transform the sequence by applying more or less spice. and you can return to your original sequence by bringing the Spice touch strip back to 0. Minifreak's arpeggiator is designed to go beyond what you'd typically expect. With access to features via the sequencer step buttons, it is a performance tool ready to be played and enjoyed. To enter the arpeggiator mode, simply press the ARP button. Once you do, whatever notes you play will be arpeggiated. The first 8 sequencer step buttons control the playback mode of the arpeggiator, so you can quickly jump between the different modes to perform new patterns. We have a poly mode which plays back all held notes as a repeating chord. And walk is a musical semi-randomized playback mode. Another interesting playback mode is pattern. Once activated, the held notes are used to generate a sequence, which we define the length of with last step, just as we did for the sequencer. The pattern picks notes from within the available octaves, and anytime a new note is pressed, a new random order of notes is generated. We define the octave range of the arpeggiator with sequencer step buttons 9 to 12. The final 4 buttons are special functions for manipulating the arpeggiator. Repeat will repeat twice each note present in the ARP pattern, doubling its length. Ratchet divides the note into smaller, faster hits, creating rolls. These 2 switches only have an effect while you hold them and don't latch, so they're great as performance tools. Random octave randomizes the playback octave, but not the note order. Mutate changes the notes in the pattern on every press, evolving from the current pattern. These changes are maintained until a new set of notes are played. All these features, as well as Spice Dice, combine to make a great environment for generating new melodic ideas and the happy accidents that can be a huge inspiration when writing a track. So that's it for the sequencer and arpeggiator in Minifreak. Hopefully you can see how these provide you a fun, intuitive way to create patterns and melodies to bring your sounds to life. Make sure to head over to Arturia's YouTube channel to find out other deep dive tutorials on the Minifreak. And if you've enjoyed what you've just seen and heard, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.